Well, out of nowhere on Transformer Tuesday today, late into the day, Hasbro Pulse dropped a nice little segment, something brand new, the Hasbro Pulse Transformers Toy Draft 2023. Pretty much what the marketers and designers from the Transformer team feel are the best figures of each different price point, their own personal picks and stuff. They do it as kind of like a sports draft in a lot of ways. They said they stole it from the G.I. Joe team, so it's kind of similar to what we do here on the Transformer Slag podcast too. Me and Jaws D, we talk about our favorite figures at the end of the year, and we're going to do that too probably at like the end of the year, kind of waiting on a certain HasLab item to show up and give my final thoughts on everything for 2023. But either way, we got this cool little segment. It's a good almost 30 minutes long, nice little segment. I'm not going to go through the whole thing front to back. I just kind of want to talk about the stuff that was mentioned in between the lines that were brought up, which are very important. This segment features Ben, B-Mac, Mark Mayer, and Evan Brooks, the three main dudes that we always see with our live streams and stuff, short of maybe Sam Smith from the Studio Series people. But a lot of cool stuff here. I think the big thing was Mark mentioning at one point, thinking, like, oh, I have to be careful what I say because I think in 2025 mentality, because that shows how far ahead they are already in planning and development. They're always 18 months ahead of schedule.
Also, Mark and I live in 2025. So we could not remember what 2023 was when he told us.
Yeah, when we were talking about this, I was naming like all these characters and none of them was the year we were talking about.
Maybe not even revealed yet. It's like,
oh, don't say that one. We'll have to fix that.
So thank you for printing these out.
That's good.
Yes, very helpful.
With all that stuff. So you can only imagine what's floating in their brains of stuff that we're going to be seeing in a year or 2 years from now, which is kind of crazy when you really think about it. So, so we're going to go through it. I'm probably going to just mention briefly what they said in between the lines and then just show the clip, and then you could take apart from that what you will, and try to keep this as simple as possible for you guys. And then you could go and check out the whole segment afterwards and play along with them and enjoy all the fun. The first one is B-Mac foreshadowing Dino King.
Great success. Everyone
It was
pretty
pulled
hyped.
from the history. Everybody seemed to really like him. He's a chunky, sturdy little dude.
And if only we were, foreshadowing what's to come.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So 2024 is just around the corner.
Yeah. Let's try and seed some of that stuff in here to get them all excited. But yes, I'm going Scar for par.
Good.
Pretty much Evan Brooks picked one of his choices of one of the Dinobots, and B-Mac was like pretty much confirming we're getting Dino King. I know we saw listings and stuff, but this confirms it even more. So we also got a shout out to Aaron Archer from Mark Mayer.
When when we started talking about doing all the universes from the past, I started dipping into my office and seeing what I had. I kind of have a pretty, office just like you guys, basically.
What are we talking about?
So digging in, I ended up finding all, original concept art from, Aaron Archer and everybody about the Armada stuff.
Yep.
And I really, I felt Armada come back to me where I was like, wow, this is...
The spirit of Armada.
Yes, yeah.
Once again, any kind of love to Armada, you got to give a shout out to Aaron Archer and all the stuff that he's done for Transformers over the past, I want to say almost 16, 17 years. Not just Unicron Trilogy, but just everything before and everything after. So great stuff there. There was also a tease of the last Dinobot, pretty much them going oh, we're totally not going to do the last Dinobot.
All the Dinobots that I work on with Hisui are just fantastic.
I'm glad we're stopping at 4.
Oh yeah, we're totally stopping.
Clearly not going to finish the 5
Hey, you
of them.
say that, but in the past there's been some missteps for a lot of different things.
Oh God! Can you imagine?
I know.
Yeah. They would never find you again.
Evan, it's been great.
Leader class for Studio Series, right? Which of course we're going to be getting Swoop. It's just a matter of time, and so you just got to wait for that one to happen. And then Mark also mentioned how we never put out product that's not animation accurate.
Yeah.
And a great use of old tools in those animation accurate colors.
Funny because we never release toys that are not animation accurate when they come out.
No.
We don't do that.
Never. Not for lack of trying.
They're pretty much pointing out how a lot of the stuff that they worked on with Rise of the Beast, because of the limitations of what they had at their disposal when the movie was being put together, the product didn't match how it looked in the movie, and so they were kind of tongue-in-cheek joking about that, so that was pretty cool. This one was interesting. There was a mention, Mark mentioned how he found a bootleg Magnificus in the wild, and then Evan was kind of like, wait, what?
Turned out great.
Did I tell you I was at a flea market not too long ago and I seen the original, like it was kind of a bootleg version of that original mold, and I was like, what? Yeah.
Of Magnificus?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
It was a bootleg version though, for sure.
Okay.
So
with
it's
some
what I
suits
mean?
On
on
your
it.
desk off camera then. At home? Got it. Okay. I understand.
Okay.
I can read between the lines.
And I think Evan in his brain was going like, how did you find an E-Hobby black Magnificus in the wild? Or how did you find a bootleg of, I guess Perceptor / Microscope Robo Microman in the wild? Or was it a just weird bootleg? Either way, it was kind of weird, that exchange, and it was kind of funny, and I was kind of curious what Evan was thinking about when Mark said that, because there's a lot of bootlegs of a Perceptor out there. There's even one or two bootlegs that they never did the black repaint, but they've done weird colors and stuff throughout the years. So I never really seen a black repaint bootleg of the Perceptor mold, the original. So that was kind of funny. And then there was a tease once again, and we kind of know this is coming at some point, but a tease because they talked about the Insecticons and deluxe classes we got through Legacy and how they're totally going to do repaints of more of these, and of course
Together the way we worked on them.
Yep.
I don't know. If only maybe they're going to get redecoed at some point into other series or something.
Who knows?
Never. We don't do that.
That was such a staple when I first came out. I was like, Insecticons. We need them. We need them at Deluxe, and they need to look like the G1 counterparts. Like, that's what they have to be.
Yep.
If only there's a few more to make. Yeah. Who knows? Hopefully.
Yeah,
someday.
you never know.
You
That's
never
right.
know.
We
Look
gotta
at these
finish.
potential leaks you're spilling right here.
We're bringing gifts for the holidays. We're just
yeah.
talking about things that,
Spill that tea.
But we're not.
we already got Ransack, so for sure if they're mentioning Shrapnel here, we're going to probably see a Chop Shop repaint retool at some point. Those guys long overdue for that complete team to happen. And, Mark and Evan and BMAC are all like, there's going to be a whole bunch of them. So get your teams ready. If you have not already gotten Ransack from that 4-pack, get that out of the way so you don't have to worry about that later, so that thing doesn't go up in crazy value in the future. And then the others will definitely come at some point. Maybe we'll even get the little Ladybug one. Who knows? The unreleased one. That could be a Toxitron collection thing. And then the last thing that they kind of put out there, which was interesting, is the mention that Legacy stuff it kind of covers all of the 40th anniversary of Transformers, and what BMAC mentioned here, which really caught my ear, except movie stuff.
40th anniversary, we've been very clear. Legacy, United, we're celebrating all 40 years of entertainment, right? With the exception of live action there.
That's what Studio Series is
That's
for.
what Studio Series is for, yeah.
So pretty much when we get Legacy stuff, it could be anything. It could be cartoon stuff, comic book stuff, G1, whatever, but it will never cover movie stuff. That'll always be stuff that'll be reserved for Studio Series and mainline movie stuff. So it is a very interesting statement to hear that, because it is true when you think about it. When we look back, there wasn't any movie stuff, and when I mean movie, I don't mean like 86 movie. I mean more the live action movie stuff, the Michael Bays, the Travis Knights, and the Stephen Capel Jr., and probably TF1 when that comes too, but which doesn't fall under live action. But again, semantics. Either way, very interesting. Again, go check out that full segment. There's a lot of stuff there. There's a lot of cool things. It's just fun to play along. And then stay tuned later this month. It's not going to be anytime soon, but later this month at the end of the year, me and Josdy will do our top 5 Transformers of 2023 and let you know what we think our favorites are. Anyways, thanks for listening to the Transformer Slag podcast here on this Transformer Tuesday, and stay tuned for more. And like I always say, thank you for listening.